All righty, Doc here from North America. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Tuesday. Let's see what this says. Whoa, loud noise. All right, and let's make sure it's not important. Nope, junk. All right, there we go. Trying to get over to the dollar index. We have the dollar index. Do we have the dollar index up? We have, yes, we have the dollar index up on Chicago Quant. You can see it's the third day in a sell, but we're still, look at that. Look how close it is right there, down at the bottom. On the bottom of the three, the two algorithms, and then the product itself at the top. There's the daily algorithm right here. There's the weekly algorithm right there. You can see after all these weeks, what's it, 3, 4, and then another 4. That's 8, and that's 10. We're on excuse me. We're on the 11th week of a buy, but it's getting really close. It's broken the manifold. You can see the green line broken down on the manifold. Let's get that up also on Chicago Quant. Let's see. We want to excuse me. We want to get the dollar index. Let's see if we can find it. USD. Or was it XY maybe? XY. Let's see what that does. No, that's the wrong keyboard. So escape. There we are. Let's get that up on there. If we can push this a little bit more in, maybe. I don't know. Oh, maybe not. All right. US space dollar. Let's see if that finds it there. Let's see if that does that. There it is right there. There we go. And they'll fill in slow and steadily. And this is supposed to be a daily. So let's see, what is that? That's right there. Let's get it into a daily. There's the daily. Yesterday we started putting in the inputs again. Let's get those inputs back in there again today. All right, let's see what's that. Let's get rid of that altogether and just go with that. And let's get, we want to get the Hinky Ashki bars in there. So what we'll do is, oh, let me check the chat line too. Hey Metho, how you doing? There you are. I see that. I just wanted to double check over there, make sure I'm not missing anybody saying, hey Doc, I want to see X, Y, or Z. Or I want to see the S&P 500. I want to see the NASDAQ, not the NASDAQ, the Nikkei, or I want to see the Swiss and the New Zealand, or, you know, anything and everything. Just getting it organized here. So, let's see now. Where are we at this point? Okay, so you can see the dollar index to the right. Looks pretty good there. You can see that right there. As I said, it's getting awful low. And you can see over here, this is the dollar index of the ICE. This is the Chicago Mercantile. This is the competing dollar indexes, I guess you could say. And we don't subscribe to the ICE, so we have it off of J4X, and we just see the two different ones. It's always kind of interesting. You can see. Let's see if we can get the daily our work up there now. Let's try to do that since it seems like a quiet morning and only Metho is talking. So that's cool. Metho, if you want to see something, you just shout it out. I'll stop what I'm doing. But let's try to get this thing organized a little bit better. This is the new one. And I didn't want to disturb it over the weekend. I didn't know if Giannis was using it or not. And I didn't know how that all played out. So what I tried to do is just not mess with the other screens. Just create one new screen. Edit indicator. Okay, we'll edit indicator. Price existing indicator. Let's see. No, cancel. And if anybody wants to give me some help on the inputs, you're welcome to say, hey, push this and that. I'm a classic, what they used to call peck and paw. What I do is I'm just always searching and looking and so forth and so on. And, just, that's how us old hackers used to be. All right, so now let's see if we can come up with that. A table? No, I don't want to change the table. Let's get the... We're going to go like that. Now let's get the add an indicator. So where is that at? That is... If I need to make it large like that, that's probably what it is. And let's see. Where's that cute little FX thing that usually, there it is right there. Add an indicator. And what we want to do is we want to put the slow stochastic in there. We want to put the fast stochastic in there. And that automatically starts telling us the true direction of a product when using the fast stochastic against the slow stochastic. And let's go down to the S's, like so, to start off with. There is standard, nope, no thank you. There is that. We want stochastics fast. I say add. There we are. And then that's the fast one, and we can it's remembering it, so that's good. And then we want to do that again, and we want to put the slow one in there. Add indicator again, alphabetically. Let's see, where are you? Ah, the new Prime Minister. He's going to be interesting. He's like a Labour, Tory. We have a lot to say. Stochastic. That's stochastic. Let's try that one. We have a lot to say about what's probably going to happen in Britain. Now we want to put the two of these together. So let's see, what's that do? How do I move up? Okay, so I can move this one up. Move up. No. No. Let's see, we'll figure a way to get these two together on the same screen. Huh. Okay. Maybe that does it. Show header. No. We want to move this one. Move indicator, restore indicator, arrange indicator. Move to existing pane. How's that? There we go. Now we're getting there. And we really don't need the volume, so we'll get rid of the volume. Gone. And let's widen that out so you can see it better. You see, and it's wideness like that. You see when we break underneath, the green line breaks under the dash, there's pressure on the product going down. Notice when we have the green line piercing above the yellow dash, or the slow, it goes up in value. And that's how that works there. All right, now that's to start off with. Now what we need to do is we need to get the Hinky-ASCII. So let's go like this. We'll go like this. Add an indicator, and we'll go underneath H's for Hinky-ASCII. And this is, we're building our Manhattan indicator. That's what we call it, the Manhattan indicator. Dedicated to the good men and women working in Los Alamos, and in particular working in Stony Brook in Long Island, crunching those numbers. Hinky-ASCII right there. And it's interesting. Hinky-ASCII lines. Hinky-ASCII with a single candle output. That's the one I think I use. Hinky-ASCII smooth lines. Hinky-ASCII with smooth indicator. Well, we got a couple choices there, don't we? So why don't we look at them? There's the Hinky-ASCII. And say add. There we go. Look at that. That's interesting. And notice when the red and the red hinkies are red, and the green is below the dashed line, we get pressure down. And vice versa. When we get the green above the dashed line, and we get, in this case here it's blue hinkies, because remember, I think we, let's see if we can edit this a little bit. Edit the indicator, add inputs, outputs, levels. Oh, okay, maybe advanced, no. Levels, output. Maybe we can go like that. Change the color. Get the green in there, like that. Like so, there we are. Let's see what happens there. I say okay. No, that didn't work. Somewhere along the line we'll get that. Well, they'll be red and green, just like the red and green dots. Edit indicator, clone indicator, copy indicator, remove indicator, restore indicator, arrange, move to. Let's see, edit indicator. Let's see if we can do that. There we go. There we are. Hit OK. There we go. So it matches up to our green dots. Now we'll shrink this down. And this is the way to build the J4X Manhattan indicator. And you can see here we have like the green dots there. Let's see if we widen this out a little bit more. Give you a little bit better visibility. Visibility. Like so. In fact, we probably should put those dots, make those dots bigger. Like that, so you get more visibility again. Style. And make it much bigger, like so. Inputs 3. There. Oh, 3. There we are. Nope, not 33. 3. Okay. And that might be a little bit clearer. And then we do the same thing with the green. There we are. So that's a little bit clearer on the machine, I would say, isn't it? I think it is. I think we should make them even bigger. Let me make them gigantus. Gigundus. The biggest. Bang. Okay. And bang. Okay. Right there. There we are. Now that makes it very clear. Let me just save this while we're here. Save workspace. There we go. All right. And so you can see when we go like that, you can see you got 2 reds right there. And you can see we have 3 reds working at the moment. This is the daily. And let's just take a interesting look at the weekly of this product. Let's see. There we are. So you see it right there. We've been in a sell from here, but it hasn't done anything really. It's just been hanging out. In fact, let's see if we can see what the background. Maybe the background could be a little bit better. How's that? Does that make it look a little bit better? Let's see if it does. There we are. And you can see, 3 days of the red, and then obviously we're getting that same. Now look at it. This is shifting. Oh, this is the weekly. Okay, so you can see the weekly is trying to get into. When we look at our weekly here, let's move this over a little bit like so. You can see the weekly has been underneath for a while, but we've had all these green. I guess we don't really need that. How do I get rid of that? Let's see, how do I get rid of that? Let's get rid of that. I don't need that thing right in the middle of the screen. Is there a way of getting rid of that? Let me just make that bigger. Maybe this way we can figure out how to get rid of that. Yeah, we don't need that in front of us. There we go. Put it over here somewhere. That's good. There we go. That's better. And this is the weekly. And as you can see, the weekly on the J4X is, been curved over from here, but it kept on climbing. Okay? And this is the weekly. And then we start to get a red, and now it's telling us that there could be some weakness. And you can see here, we're very close to getting into a red on our work at the same time. And that's how that works there. All right, I feel real good now. I think we got something. Let's do this too. Let's save this. File. Workspace. Open. Oh, let's go back to that again. Save as. J4X. Am I on the right keyboard? Which keyboard is it? It's this one there. Man, let's go back there and clean that up a little bit. Shift. Let's see if we get that right. We'll call it Manhattan. And let's see if we can. Let's do this. There we are, Manhattan. So it would be, let's see, I think I got the caps on. Let's get rid of that. Backspace that. Oh, right there. Backspace that. And then Shift M. Let's see if that does it. No, okay, so the caps are, there we go. Now it's better. M. A. Let's see. Let's go find it right there again, just to make sure it's all right. A. And we're going to throw H as a capital in there just for the fun of it. A. T. T. A. N. Manhattan. Save. There we go. And that's the Manhattan indicators. That's what that is. All right. So now let's jump back to the daily. Now that I feel we have everything organized here. And let's go find the next product. Let's go to the euro. I guess we go right here. Oh, right there. There it is. And there is the euro this morning. On a daily, you can see it's been trying to climb for the last couple of days. Let's see what it looks like over on Chicago Quant. Let's see, right there. And there it is right there. You can see we've been in a daily buy for 3 days now. Let's put that line in there. Right there. And it's been going nowhere, really. You can see the weekly is turning up. It's very impressive. We're seeing some good action on the weekly side of this. We'll check it out over on J4X too to see what's going on. But right there, you can see it. The weekly is really starting to pierce up. Maybe they figure that they're going to easily now outperform. I don't know. The continent and England it's like the globalists control the place now. So I don't know what's going on there when it comes to future success. I guess it's just going to be vacillating back and forth, kind of like a noisy thing, kind of more than anything else. So there is that, and then let's take a look at the day. That's the daily, with 3 days of a buy, just like us, right there. Been in a buy for 3 days, and then let's jump over to the weekly. And there's the weekly right there. And it's probably doing the same thing. Yep, there it is. You can see it's starting to try to turn up. We're getting that great. Matter of fact, there's a second one. And I'm not even, these arrows, I don't know what that's all about. But the end result is that you can see this thing has been trying to climb for a while. And we're starting to get a green here. And it was trying to get a green there too. So it's very impressive. We're seeing the strength come in through the hinky ashkies at the same time. And we are flirting with our weekly buy here on Chicago Quant. So this will be an interesting horse race. We love competition. We love experimentation. We like, what it really comes down to is the truth. We like truth. That's what we like. We like the truth. So, truth and beauty. That's what we refer to it in the science world. Truth and beauty. All right. From there, let's go over to the British pound, the one we were talking about there. British pound. Let's take a look at it on a weekly basis too. But we've been, we're not really sure with the way we've got basically we got the Tory Labour Party. It's like one party now. The Tory Labour Party. Both want to raise taxes. Neither want to make it cheaper or easy to grow. They want it hard. They got that, like, I guess you call it crony capitalism thing. They just want their friends and family to make money, but not your neighbor, not your friend, their friend. Let's go over to it here. There's the cable right there. You can see the cable is trying to climb into the buy here today. For the first time, it's been in the sell since right here. It's been sloppy. And you see in the sense of this. Oh, and that's the weekly. Let's get the daily up there for you first. And you can see right there. There we are. So you see this last 2 days. It's been battling to get into the buy, and it has. Look at that. We've got that green thing going on. Whereas this day, the histogram got Nope, that was minus. That was minus. And now today we are doing the plus. And so we'll put that there. And I am impressed. Look at that weekly. I'm impressed that the weekly is showing life in it too. And at the same time, let's put the little circly thing in there like so. But we got strength coming in there. I don't know what they're going to do with this. I guess it's like a coalition party now. The Labour and the Tory Labour Party. We'll see how that all plays out. But I don't think there's much of a difference. They just all both want to raise taxes. That's why they got rid of the last prime minister. She didn't want to. She was Margaret Thatcher-like, so she wanted the country to grow. And that's where we're at now. So I guess we're going to have to sit back and watch and see what they do with this. See how the markets treat this. And see if they actually go somewhere. In other words, more than just a couple days of in a buy and then roll over again. It would be nice. You can see the last time we went into the weekly sell was up here in the 121 area. We traded all the way down to a low of 103. So it dropped 17 handles in that weekly. So let's see what they do getting into a weekly buy now. Let's see if they can do some of that, go back up into that area maybe. I don't know. That'll be interesting. It's starting off in the 113, so that's pretty impressive in that sense. It went into the buy here. Let's put a line in there like so. Oop, let's move that over. And let's just double check those dots, make sure they're doing the right things that they're supposed to be doing. Inputs. Yeah, see, that should be a 3. It might have been a day earlier. And 2. There we are. So the buy started here, almost at the bottom at the daily. That's interesting. And then we went back into a sell here. And then we went back into a buy right there. And back into a sell. And now we are flirting with the buy again. We did have a green and a red giving us the signal of volatility to come. So we're seeing some, and that was what, Friday, I think. I bet that's Friday, yes. So, that's the cable. I'm impressed. The fact that it's showing any life at all at this point. So hooray for them. Let's hope they keep their game going. And I don't know. The way they've phrased this is they say it's been a what do they call it, a takeover by the globalists to control the continent now, or basically European Union are now basically involved in what are they involved in? They're involved in the England now. They've got full control of that. Wrong keyboard there. That's right. That's the right keyboard. Let's try that again. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right there. All right. Let's see now. Let's go over to the Swiss. The Swiss has been a fascinating product of late. We've been really surprised. The Federal Reserve's been doing the bailout thing with them when it comes to, I guess, Credit Suisse. That's the only thing I can figure. I guess that's what it is. Right there. And there it is, the Swiss. You see a lot of noise in there, but overall, it was that weakness here. A little tough hoeing. But there we go again. Now this is really mixed. We're going to have to look at these hinky ashkies and see if we can find the one we were using before. We'll find it. It'll be very interesting. And this is interesting in its own right. In this case here, it goes into the buy all the way up here. There's your first shot at the buy. And stays in the buy all the way to this point right there. Right there with it breaking down. You can see it broke down here first. This is the much better indicator, of course, but this does emulate our dots. So Let's get it up on Chicago Quant right there. Like so. There we are. And you can see there it's in a buy for 3 days, 4 days now. And let's just double check the dots, make sure it's okay. Yep, all good. I think it's all good. Yep. No, not good. That's a 2. There we are. And that's a 3. There we go. So we've been in the buy since here, but it really hasn't gone anywhere. Got a little volatility noise there. But we're still in that long, was that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th week in a weekly buy from the 96 area. And now we're trading in the par area, so that's a good 4 solid handles above. And they haven't really let go of that at all. Everybody hear me good? I imagine so. I think people would have said, I don't hear you, Doc. Let me just double check. Yep, there. I can hear me. That's good. All right, so from there, let's see. Let's see, what else can we say about any of these things? Let's do it. Alt Control Delete. Taskmaster. There we are. So then we go from there. We go over to. Oh, we should check the weekly. Yeah, let's do that. Let's check the weekly on the Swiss. There we are. You can see there. Yeah, it's been in that long push on the upside. Did it there. Climbs back in it there. You know, it's been real, solid move up from the 95s, 94s all the way up. It has not let go. And when you go back and look, you see the daily buy right there. Let's put that in there. Right at the bottom, it gave us a daily buy, like 2 days afterwards or a day after. With a volatility signal the day before. It was one heck of a ride there, like a cowboy. And then topped out on the high there, and then back into the buy with another volatility signal. Interesting, especially during a weekly buy with a daily buy. That's always nice, Gives you great insight to the action of the trend itself. Then back here it gets a little sloppy, doesn't it? Right there. And then there's your buy again, which is really sloppy from there. And gets back into the sell on that, and then a volatility and a buy again. Can't complain about that one. That's pretty cool. And then like that. Oh, we're putting them in the wrong spots now. Remove. That's a green. There we are. There. And there. There we are. There we go. Thinks we're getting there. And just make that green. Ta-da! And that's the action we see there. You see all that positive action in there. What else can we say about that? I guess that was interesting. Just the one day and another volatility signal and a buy, and what a nice spike the next day, and then another volatility signal. Are they taking this poor Swiss thing even higher again? Oh no. We are, trading at really, like half decade, three quarters of a decade highs. So this is really, just like the yen, where the yen is trading at, that's really wild. The yen is trading at like 35-year highs. There's something going on there. So from there, normally we go to Turkish lira, and Turkish lira, it just blows my mind. Like there's the dollar Turkish lira, and this is like, it's like lost liquidity or something. It is having major issues, and this is like, what is this? This is 31 weeks now. Where did that 31 weeks? I had it written in there. 31 weeks in a buy. That's we're going beyond half a year now. It's been in there since February. Just keeps on rolling along. So February and March, I think it was February. We can go back and see, but I think it's like, let's see, where did that go? Right there. Okay, there we go. Let's just go back and look. So it's been in the buy since right there. Yeah. Right there. So that is, February, the first week of February. So it's been in a weekly buy. Let's just count it out again just to make sure it's right. So this is 3, 4, 5 right to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 right there. That's 10. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15. And that is 20. And that is 25. And that is 30. And that is 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I'm wrong. 38. It's 38 weeks in a buy now. Let's fix that. Like that. There we are. 38 weeks in a buy. It's 2/3 of a year now. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps on, as sloppy and weak as it is now when it comes to liquidity. I can't even believe these moves anymore. These moves are something. You can see that's the dollar. Before we made jokes about it and said it traded like an index. And you saw, more, consistently developing leaks in the liquidity right there. This is all the way back to May. But now this is really getting ridiculous. Now these numbers are starting to just jump out and have like no meaning whatsoever. So let's go to File and Save Workspace. And then let's shoot over to the next one right next to it, and that is the Euro Turkish Lira, which was the real one to watch and trade. Now it's doing the same thing. It's gotten to the point now where we're getting these ridiculous illiquid moments. And like I said, you could see it back in like May and so forth. It was trying to do this stuff. You could see this action. So we can show you a little bit more. You can see a couple places where it did it. And then it would straighten out for months. But now we're getting to a point where it's just getting ridiculous. It's turned into the, as we used to say on the trading floor, it's turned into the cockroach hotel. You can get in, but you can't get out. And that is really the issue of it all. Let's see. There we are. And from there, that's pretty much the action we're seeing in the two Turkish liras, the dollar Turkish lira and the euro Turkish lira. They are sloppy, they are illiquid, and we're not getting any news whatsoever at this point, which is really disappointing. At least before, the euro Turkish lira traded like a real currency. It was very solid. What's going on? I don't know. You can see here we're threatening the euro Turkish lira now. It's threatening to go into the buy after 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. And sure enough, it has found stupid ways to get down there too. But now we're starting to flirt with the other side of it. What ugliness will come on the upside is amazing. It hurts even more. Let's see. Let me just go over here and fix this. Let's see. All right. Let's go from there. Let's go to the Japanese yen. That's where we go to Canadian. That's right. Canadian right there. There's Canadian. And let's just double check the dots. Don't ask me how my dots have gotten changed, but they have. Very irritating. And right there. Oh, that's good. That's set. Good. Okay. So you can see here we went into the daily sell right here. Let's put the Canadian up on the screen. You know, and I just want to take a quick look at the Euro Turkish Lira too, right here. You see, EUR TRY. There it is. Wrong place. Right there, there we go. And you see here, it does have some wild moves going on. And this is, oh, that's the weekly. Let's go with daily. Yeah, there's just some wild moves, you know, where they get down into 18. Next thing you know, they're trading at 19 and a half. All right, there's 18 and a half. Okay. So on Dukascopy, there's a little bit less, but every so often it shows the same ridiculous results. So, all right, from there we go over to Canadian. Dollar CAD, where are you? Let's put it in. USD, CAD. Try that again. USD, CAD. Right there. And dollar CAD, you can see all the red it's been going on right there. You can see the line's been underneath from like right there, right around in this area here. Over here, you can see the same situation. We've been in a daily sell about the same amount of days back, I guess you could say. Or you see here, we've been red. Now it did try to, did that get, yeah, I think that did. It jumped into the buy for a day, right there. And then back into the sell again the next day. Right there. But it really hasn't gone anywhere. We're not getting beat up on any particular level at this point. And it did it again too. There was a herk and jerk push in that situation there. So no, it's one day it's in a buy, the next it's in a sell again. And that was a tough one because, you know, we take a hit because we're in a weekly buy. So it says, yeah, you know, get long and you lose money. Happens once in a while, traders around here. And it did it again here on us too. Get long, lose money. Whereas right there, went into the buy and took days to make any money. Days. All the way up to there. Ooh, let's get rid of that wrong spot. There we go. Let's hit a file and save. There we go. Quiet. Oh, there's George. Hey, George. Looks like silver turned to a short on morning quant. Let's see. Let's check it out. It's been in a weekly sell for a couple of weeks now. Here it comes. Yeah, it's playing with the, it's flirting with it. Now it's back to zeros. It's very close. It was down a little bit lower and playing with the daily sell. It's trying to get into a sell. We're in the weekly sell in here. I was, you know, when I saw that this morning, threw that in there, and I started thinking, you know, maybe what we'll do is we'll probably see, you know, you can see it's back above. We can actually remove the red for the moment. But this morning it started off that way, that's for sure. And the pressure was on. and it's just on the edge right there. Look, as you can see, it's gotten to 0. Well, what is that? Let's go to it and look at it. So it's at 0.00 again, and the green is at 0.01, just hanging in there slightly. Got a little red dot thing going on. Let's just double check the dots because we've noticed the dots are a little whacked this morning. Okay, that's all right. That's good. Only in the currencies where they messed up. You're right. I saw that this morning, and I was like, oh, wow. So, yeah, it's good that you tune in and take a look when you get a chance to see it live, I would just guesstimate, I think gold went into, let me just take a look at gold. Gold went into, a buy, I think, yesterday, was it? Did it do that? Yeah. So gold went into a buy yesterday, and now they're trying to put pressure on it, but we can't get that into a weekly buy either. It was close. Looked like Friday we had it, and then last night or this morning it was gone again. We just cannot get these metals into a spree of going up in value. They are just having real issues with that whole situation. I guess it's a dollar related thing. Normally, dollar going down, you would assume the metals go up, but we're not really seeing that. All we keep on seeing is that same play where, it bounces back and forth. So, and I think what else we can say about that. I guess that's really the whole story. Now I keep on thinking, I think interest rates are going to kind of reach the high point over the next month or so, if not sooner. And I keep on thinking that will put pressure on the metals complex to go up in value. But so far, every time they start to dig their heels in to hold on, what do we see? We see the same thing rolling over again. So, at the point, let's put it this way. Robin was saying to me, the frustration level he has, because he likes to buy and trade the coins, I think he's more of a holder of the coins. But the end result is that he was like, I should probably sell these coins. They're ridiculous. They're like $12 higher than what they show in the electronic market. And I was like, yeah, sell them and buy electronic or something. Do something like that. At least sell half of them. Because sooner or later, that opportunity, no doubt, I think that the metals market is going to find a way to go up more than go down. But at this point, we're not really seeing it. That's what the problem is. We're really not seeing it. All we see is, they get going and they die. They get going and they die. And it is just really, really odd, unique, crazy. I can throw all kinds of verbs at it. When we look at 40-year highs in inflation, we've gotten to a point now where are they really looking past the inflation? Like, is money really saying to us, the investors, the deep funds that invest, are they really saying to us, we know it's here, we know it's going away, it's been done before? And maybe that's what it really comes down to in an electronic market. Also, we have quantitative easing going on. The quantitative easing has never been as powerful in the history of the Fed as it is now. They've gotten away with doing almost anything and everything in front of our faces. They buy stocks, they give out free money, they just do all kinds of interesting things. And that is probably the most unique thing of all about what's going on, is that it just doesn't stop, and they do it in our face. That's the incredible part. They actually do it in our face, and no one, the media loves it, and they don't say, my God, look at this great manipulation. They go, oh, look at this great, the Federal Reserve, even when Yellen and the rest of them make no sense, they never really challenge these people. And I look at it and I go, wow, none of it makes any sense. None. So, anyway, that's the answer to that. So I'm glad you brought that up, George. Let's see, where we at? We were looking at Canadian. Normally we go right to the energy sector with Canadian, but since we have gold up, why don't we do this? Let's go take a look at the South African rand. And then we can go back and look at oil and Canadian at the same time. Right there. So you see the South African rand. Let's just double check these dots. Yeah, see that one's wrong. That's got to be 3. Right there. And just double check the greens, which should be 2. Right there. Not sure why the computer chose to change those things on us, but I'm keeping an eye on it. And you can see here, we went into the buy here. We did go into a sell right there. We're back into the buy yesterday. And it's lifting up again. Let's go like that. And then we'll go like that. So the South African rand is towards its highs of the last couple of years. And that doesn't seem to be, changing any. At the same time, we see, the gold stock or gold itself. Let's go back to gold. Down in the 16s, some of the lowest points in decades. Let's put it up on J4X. J4X is good at showing historical numbers like that. Where is that? Okay, so we gotta put it in there. Like that. XAU. Let's try that again. XAU. Right there, like that. And when we go back and look at it on a week-to-week basis, there's the week. Make it the whole picture there. And we're playing with numbers from back at 2020 at this point, when gold was down in the 14s. So it's playing with this 1600 area at the moment. And like I said, markets to me, I think, George, I really do. I think that money managers are looking at it because remember, we have options. They can put binaries on. They can put them on for days, weeks, months, protect themselves. They don't have to liquidate their solid position and incur taxation and so forth. And so money is really looking forward, I think. They're looking at it now and they're saying, this is going to be gone. It won't matter. It's going to be gone. And that's probably the answer to it all in the end, which is really amazing because people are going to be like, can you believe it? Gold went to 2,200 and now it's trading at, like 13 or 1,400. People are going to be like, it's down almost 50%, from the highs. And we're at, we have quantitative easing going on now since 2008. There's a lot of ugly actions going on. They are ugly when it comes down to free markets and, letting the market decide the value of something versus the government and the politician. You're only going to get in trouble with that. So, so from there, let's go over to, where's our next one? Let's go over to the yen. No, I think we're going to go to Canadian again, right? So I wanted to see what the oil looked like. So let's go over to the oil market. And I know it's moving down. There's the spot oil. It's in a daily. What's up with this? Let's just double check the dots. We're getting volatility signals. All right. Yeah, it looks all right. Yeah, we're all good there. It closed in the daily sell. Something looks wrong there. Let me just double check this. I want to go right to the exchange and look at the exchange price. Let's see, right there, crude. Spot. Yeah, that was a down day yesterday. And the high is right and the low is wrong. That's what that is. The high should be a little bit higher than this day, and the low should be lower. So, and then today, is that right there? Yeah, today's what, the 25th, yeah. So it's just flirting. 84? Yeah, that's what it's doing. So it's just up a little bit, and the Canadian should be going down from that. Let's go take a look at Canada again. We'll have to fix that. And the Canadian is moving down a little bit. That pressure from the sell, but let's went into the sell here. It's pretty much missing the mark. Well, it's in the weekly buy at the same time. This is kind of interesting, the fact that the Canadian is getting closer and closer to the weekly sell. That's not too bad. Here we are on Tuesday. So that could be some real action there. Yo, Robin. All right, now from there, what is that? That's the gold. Now let's just put the crude oil up there. Let's see. WTI. On keyboard again. No, that didn't do it. Let's try it again. WTI. What's the symbol for crude oil on this thing? Maybe I gotta go scroll all the way down and find it. It's gotta be in there somewhere. Is it the W's or something like that? W's. I want to see where Brent is. Let's go see where Brent is. If I'm going to have to spell something. Brent oil. Thought it had better muscle memory than that. Brent North Sea. Still won't do it. We'll have to get someone on here to explain to us some of the symbols. Yo, yo, yo is right. Alright, so from there, we can only see that, and I want to find that Spanish oil company too at the same time. Natural gas has been pretty firm of late. I think we're running out of time. Well, we're just going to save this, and unless there's no questions, I'm going to head out. CL, let's try CL. No, not that. C L oil. No. How about if I spell crude? There it is. Crude. There's Brent too. And where's it trading? In the 93s again, so it's lifting up a little bit. And let's, while we're here, and we remember, let's go crude again. And there's light. There we go. And compared to Brent, let's go back to Brent. Right there. And it's about the same. Getting beat up from the 130s down to the low 90s. Interesting. Thank you, Robin. All right. All right. We've had enough fun today. We will all catch you tomorrow on Wednesday. Happy to Hump Day. This is Doc from North America with more things fixed and so forth. I guess that's about it. So this is Doc from North America. Catch you all tomorrow, same time, same channel. Happy trails to you until we meet again on Wednesday. Happy trails to you, to all our trading friends. Later, later, traders.